Hello and welcome to Rathods Science Academy. So before starting our current affairs analysis, I want to make a small announcement. So as you all know that Rathods Science is launching new optional series, that is anthropology optional course from today onwards. So first 3 days we are going to give you free demo both on online and offline. So if you want to have this offline demo classes on 19th, 20 and 21st, so please visit our academy, which had been recently shifted from pillar number 36 to now it is at second and third floor exactly above Vikas Book Center. So try to attend this live, and this live is at about 4:30 to 7 p.m. You can attend both online and offline. Okay, let us start with our current affairs analysis, and we are going to see important current affairs of 19th December 2024 now. Okay, and there are many articles which are relevant from our examination point of view in our today's newspaper. So let us see each and every article. Okay, see this first article. Title says, Positive Signals Emerge from India-China Talks. So actually this article is about India-China relations. It is about India-China relations. So in which subject you will be seeing about this India-China relations? Yes, from GS paper to under international relations. Okay, do we share direct boundary with this China? Yes. So it comes under India and its neighborhood relations. Okay. Tell me what are the issues between India and China? Okay, border issue. Next. Okay, maritime. How maritime issue? Do we share direct maritime boundary? No. Then? So other issues? Economy? Okay. Trade issues? Okay, next. So China is going for trade weaponization. Okay, political issue. For example, United Nations Security Council, India is asking for permanent membership, but it is stopped by China. Next, China's aggressive expansionist policy. China's aggressive expansionist policy. Next. So do we have any land border issues in the recent past? Not Taiwan, it is Doklam. Doklam issue in 2017 and recent LAC issue in 2020, and recently we had talks regarding this disengagement at this region, and till now there is no full disengagement which happened. Apart from this, do we have any issues with China? Trade issue, okay, security issue, because there are some reports which are saying that China is providing arms to fight against government of India in this northeastern states. Next. Next. So can you please tell me areas, especially in this Chinese border, in which areas we are having dispute? LAC region and this part and entire this Arunachal Pradesh region. Okay, so this part is our western sector, this is central sector, and this is eastern sector. So what is the issue in this eastern sector? For which area they are fighting for? Yes, Tawang region. So why Tawang region? Okay, it is very much famous for Buddhist monasteries. Okay, so tell me one more important thing, like what are the steps taken by the taken by China to occupy the regions in this eastern sector? What is that? Development of model cities or model villages. Next, and they are also supplying arms. Next, any other steps taken by China? They are going for water dam projects, so that they want to control water on river Brahmaputra which is entering into our country, so that will be affecting water security in this region. Next, apart from that, what they are doing in this eastern part. Okay, to counter this, what are the measures taken by Government of India? Vibrant village program. Next, India is coming up with vibrant village program. Apart from that, we have BRO. What is this BRO? BRO, Border Road Organization, which is developing infrastructure along this India-China border. Apart from that, come on, revise this IR. Okay, government is providing citizenship for minority people who entered into India from 3 different countries. What are those countries? Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. So how many communities? 6 communities. Is Muslim communities present? No. So there is one more article in your today's newspaper regarding the Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Okay, so this is some background that you have to know regarding this India-China relations. So actually this article is saying that first special representatives meetings which happened between India and China in this 5 years. And in this first special representative meeting, so especially National Security Advisor and as well as Chinese Foreign Minister, they talked about 2 important things. So first one is disengagement along LAC, and second one is they want to restore bilateral relationship between India and China, and they want to go for resumption of this Kailash Manasarovar pilgrimage. So where is Kailash Manasarovar is located? Tibet. So if what it is famous for, Kailash Manasarovar, which god? Lord Shiva. So especially from India, many pilgrimages they will be visiting this Kailash Manasarovar Yatra every winter. So why? Because during this winter, water will be converted into ice. So for that solid form of water, so people will be offering these prayers. So for this, we need compulsory permission from the China, so that our pilgrims of India will be moving to that. So the talks had been stopped regarding this Kailash Manasarovar pilgrimage between India and China. So again, they are going for resumption of this Kailash Manasarovar pilgrimage. And I want to ask you one question. So pilgrimage, why it is important? For preserving of our culture and heritage, right? So with which countries we need to have the talks for ensuring India's culture and pilgrimage, or else India's culture and heritage? India and China, and another country? India and Pakistan. So what is that pilgrimage center that Indians want to visit in Pakistan? Recently we had that in news. Uh, Kartarpur corridor? Yes. So which is that temple? Sixth temple. What is that name? Nana. Uh, Recently that is in news. Come on, revise that. So here in international relations, even if you want to add one dimension, you can add about protection of our culture and heritage also. But this also we need to have good bilateral relations. For example, India, Pakistan for this Kartarpur corridor, and India and China for this Kailash Manasarovar Yatra. Clear? So now let us see some important points that you have to remember. So first one here is, yes, because of this resumption of talks, which signifies that there is potential thaw. So in international relation and world history, you will be coming with this word thaw. What is the meaning of thaw? I already said in one class. Thaw means what? What is thaw? So if you are having any conflict between 2 countries, so if you are not having issues, okay, if we are having very less tensions during that period, that is called as thaw. Okay, thaw is nothing but it is like a cool and peace relation between the 2 countries. So actually, if you're having this kind of resumption of talks, then we can understand that there is potential thaw in the relations after prolonged period of tensions. Okay, and we are prioritizing dialogue over the conflict. So even our Prime Minister said in many occasions that rather than going for conflict, we have to go for dialogue. So this is one example that you can add there. So we are going for resumption of talks between India and China now, so that we are prioritizing dialogue over conflict. And next one here is, yes, we can learn lesson from the past, like past military standoffs. For example, you can take example of the Kolam Valley incident, which happened in 2017, and this one is recent LAC standoff from 2020 onwards. So which highlights that a mutual recognition of the need for effective conflict management strategies. So when you are having this kind of issues, is obviously we need to have proper dialogue, okay, proper place for resolving the conflicts, so that we can prevent future escalations. And even one more issue between India and China is border security issue. So we have to focus on maintaining of peace at this LAC region, so that it indicates both countries, they will be understanding the critical role of stability. So if we are having peace and security across this border region, then what happens? We can decrease our defense spending, and we can increase the standard of living of the people who are living in this region, and we can also ensure the trust between the people at this border region and as well as government of India or Chinese government. So like that, we need to have the border security. So whenever we are having this peace and stability across the border, even the bilateral relation between these two countries will be also in a good pace. And next one here is, whenever we are focusing on this resumption of talks, especially regarding this kind of culture, then it will be also improving people to people contact as well. And next one here is, we can also restore this political trust, because whenever we are having this confidence building measures, so that we can enhance cooperation as well as we can reduce suspicion between these two countries. Okay, so that is the thing that you have to remember. See this article. Wildlife experts tag almost blind Ganges river dolphin for the first time in India. So what is the keyword? Keyword: Ganges river dolphin. So in which subject you will be studying about this animal species? Yes, in GS paper 3 under environment and ecology. So Ganges is nothing but river Ganga. So river Ganga is a fresh water or a salt water? Fresh water. That means if any animal or organism which is living in this river species comes under freshwater species, right? Okay, remember this point. I will come back to this point later. It is a freshwater living being. Okay, so this article is saying that they are going for radio tagging. Okay, so whenever we are going for tagging of an animal, what will be the advantage? So recently this radio collars, which is in news, we are going for collaring of elephants in Madhya Pradesh, because recently 10 elephants died because of kodo millet poisoning, right? So because of this, especially Madhya Pradesh state, they are getting help from this Tamil Nadu state for this collars, right? So now we are going for radio tagging of all river dolphins, and they are blind. These dolphins, they don't have eyes to see, but how they'll move? Do you know about these bats? So what is the mechanism that is used by bats for the movement? Echo, right? So the same way, they also depend on this echo for the movement. Okay, now tell me why we will be going for radio tagging of animals. What will be the advantages? Advantages of radio tagging. What will be advantage? Okay, we can monitor them regarding movement, where they are moving next. And can we understand the habitat of those animals based on their movement? Next, food patterns. Next, can we understand about the reproduction cycle? Next, okay, so here one more question is, Why we are going for this radio tag of these animals? Can you guess? Why only this river dolphin now? So? They are blind, so what? They are going extinct. Why? The reason is right, but why? Why the number of this river dolphins is decreasing day by day? Yes, why? Can you give me like what are the reasons for the pollution? Okay, industrial sewage, industrial waste, sewage. Next. Okay, habitat destruction. Next. Next, come on, go on, say. As I said, they are fresh water living animals, right? So here, whenever this river is getting polluted, so will this form as habitat, good habitat for them to continue their life? No. So actually the pollution which is happening because of industrial waste, sewage, and not only that, we are going for construction of dams. Yes or no? So because of this construction of dams, the area of their free movement is restricted. There is habitat destruction which is happening, and apart from that, because of construction of dams, the sediments will be getting and it will be forming at the base. So what happened? Because of this sedimentation also, it is affecting the purity of the water there. So this is also one more important reason. And here, whenever we are going for this dredging, dredging is a method we will be using for removing of the sediment. Whenever we are removing the sediment, the water will be becoming very dirty. So that they started migrating from this area to another area. Okay, so that is a thing. And even because of pollution, it also had been altered reproduction cycle of these animals. So actually these animals, they will give birth only to single dolphin. That too, it will take time like 2 to 3 years of time. So because of this pollution, the reproduction cycle also had been altered. So because of this, the number of new offsprings also had been decreased. So this is one of the major reasons for the decreasing of this number of Gangetic river dolphins now. So here you have to see about some basic facts regarding this Gangetic river dolphins, and you have to see what are the threats for this dolphins, why their number is decreasing, and you have to see like extent in which area in India we can see this Gangetic river dolphin. And one more important fact here is they are present only in India. They are endemic to India. So if something is happening, we can't get even that animal from any other country. So that is a problem. So that government is taking some conservation efforts. So you have to see what are the conservation efforts of government of India. Okay, so in these 4 areas, there is a high chance of getting question. Clear? Okay, now let us see this article in detail. So wildlife conservationists in India have successfully tagged almost all blind Ganges river dolphin for the first time. And this initiative is part of Project Dolphin. So you know about this Project Elephant, Project Rhino, and you can also add one more project of Government of India regarding conservation of animals, that is Project Dolphin. And this project had been supported by Ministry of Environment. Why? We have to understand the behavior of this animal and also migration pattern and as well as habitat use of this animal. So these are the things or the advantages of this Project Dolphin. Okay, and as you all know that this dolphin is blind, so it mainly relies on echolocation. So the same phenomena which used by bats. Okay, and next important thing that you have to remember is just see about what are the conservation efforts taken by the government. So why we are focusing? Because it is an endangered species. If government is not taking proper conservation steps, then this animal will be getting extinct in our country. And next one here is government support. So actually Ministry of Environment is supporting this Project Dolphin so that government is focusing on research and as well as scientific and also environmental protection as well. So that is the thing. And apart from this, you have to see some basic facts. Okay, I want to show you the map. So this is river Ganga, right? So in this region, we can see the presence of this river. So this Ganges dolphin, and even it can be seen in this Brahmaputra as well. Even this Brahmaputra region also we can see this river dolphin. And if you see some facts, so here Ganga river dolphin, and the scientific name is Plantatia gangetica, and it is commonly known as Susu. So you'll be getting this name also, like consider the following statements regarding Susu. It had been asked in 2017 prelims, I guess. So consider the following statements regarding Susu. Susu is nothing but this marine dolphin. And actually it is endemic to Indian subcontinent, and it is also known as tiger of Ganga. So which of the following animal is called as tiger of Ganga? And they will give the options. So it is nothing but this Gangetic river dolphin. Okay, just see about this animal. And see this article, next article. Second survey ship INS Nirdeshak inducted into Navy. What is this article is about? About Navy, and it is survey ship. So what we are going to survey in the water? So do we need this kind of ships which will do survey? Why? Okay, it is talking about INS Nirdeshak. Okay, it is survey ship. So can you tell me which kind of survey can we do? And second question is why we need these survey ships. So there are two questions here. Now tell me, answer to my question. So which kind of surveys we can do in the water? So do we have a coastline with Indian Ocean or Indo-Pacific region? So now tell me which kind of survey we can do here. So tell me about at least maritime threats. What are the maritime threats we have? Internal security is going on, IR is done. You should not be silent. In water, what are the threats from this water? Mumbai attacks. Okay, terror attacks. Next. So what is happening in AP? AP guys, coast is used for recently smuggling of PDS rice happened, right? Apart from that, smuggling of drugs. Smuggling of drugs, arms, recently PDS rice. Next. Come on, what are threats in maritime? I wrote that only, smuggling of drugs, arms. Human trafficking. Okay, next. Human trafficking. Next, what are threats? Internal security. IR. Yes, piracy. Next. Illegal migrants. Next. Come on. Okay. So tell me now, how can we use this INS Nirdeshak to counter these threats? It is a survey ship. They can do survey in every ship. Next. Okay, tell me from which subject we can see this? From GS paper 3 under Science and Technology. Next, from GS paper 3 under Internal Security. Okay, now let us see exactly what is this ship will do and how it will be collecting data and which kind of data they will collect and what is significance of these ships. Okay, so here this article is saying that INS Nirdeshak, it is a second ship of survey vessel and which had been commissioned into our Indian Navy at Visakhapatnam Naval Dockyard. So why? Because as you said, in Visakhapatnam region, especially in AP ports, there is a lot of increasing of problem of arms smugglings and as well as drug smuggling and as well as recently PDS rice smuggling which had been caught. So because of this, we need this kind of surveillance ship so that we can counter that kind of issues. So here the ceremony was led by Union Minister of State for Defense, and actually this ship will conduct hygroscopic surveys and will also support some maritime operations, and so that we can enhance naval safety and as well as maritime diplomacy. So here it will be doing surveys on the water. So how the water is there and what is the impact of climate change on the water, everything, sea level rise, tides, everything will be done. And apart from that, even this ship can be used for doing some maritime operations as well, so that we can increase our navigation safety and as well as we can improve our maritime diplomacy, because India plays a very important role in this Indo-Pacific region. So the first important point here is, yes, here because of this commissioning of this kind of survey ships, we can understand, yes, we are committed for enhancing of maritime capabilities. That will be very much helpful for our national security. If we are not protecting our maritime border, can we ensure safety and security of our country? No. So for that, we need to have this kind of surveillance ships. And next one here is this ship which also utilize very high advanced technology, especially it will be useful for hydrographic surveys. And even whatever the data they are collecting, not only collecting the data, but even they will process the data. And next one here is, they will also provide accurate charts and data so that we can also improve our operational efficiency in this navy, and as well as it will be very helpful for navigation. For example, is it safe for a fisherman to enter into the water if there is any cyclone? No, right? So that kind of even alerts will be given by this INS Nirdeshak. And next one here is, this ship will also have an important role in international relations also. If you are having this kind of technology, obviously other countries also will be opting for this kind of technology where India can help those countries. So that will be helpful for even our exports. And even this hygroscopic surveys will be helpful for our environment monitoring as well, so that we can understand what are the changes that are happening in our oceans, what is the impact of climate change on ocean. Okay, so that is the thing. And you have to see about some facts regarding this project. Okay, so actually the important objective here is, we have to modernize our ship equipment and as well as hydrological studies, and to collect oceanographic data. So we need to have this kind of projects. And next one here is, we have 4 large survey vessels as of now in India. So first one is Sandhyak, second one is Nirdeshak, third one is Ikshak and Sanshodak. So these are the 4 important large survey vessels that we have. On this area, you may get a question in your prelims. So which of the following are India's survey vessels? And so it had been commissioned, so they are under development, these 2. So already the first one had been commissioned and second one had been commissioned now, and this third and fourth, they are under development stage. So what is significance? The first one here is, we can have some advanced tools to map and to analyze India's maritime territory. And this one is, it will be also very helpful for India's maritime security and as well as survey infrastructure. And also it will be helpful for India's self-reliance in defense manufacturing. And it will be also very much helpful for improving of national security for nation building. So these are the advantages. Yeah, and see this article. All 17,130 police stations in the country linked through centralized online platform, and that platform is CCTNS. Okay, so from which subject you will be seeing this article from? All police stations, they have connected through centralized online platform. Okay, online platform. So how many police stations? More than 17,000, and that is CCTNS. So from which subject you can see? From GS paper to under governance. In governance, exactly in which topic you can connect with? E-governance, okay. Can we connect this topic under GS paper 4 ethics? So there we'll study about importance of ICT. Next, any other subject we can connect? SNT. GS paper 3 SNT. Next. Okay, now my question is, Is that necessary? Okay, why we need this kind of online integration of all police stations in our country? So have you watched this movie Kaki? What is that movie is about? Dacoitry. They will kill and they will rob everything. Okay. Okay. So what is the problem that you identified in that movie? So they are from different states. So if you want to collect the data, we have to go to that state and we have to take permission in that state and we have to search the records. That too, we have only paper records and we have only fingerprints there. By identifying of the fingerprints only, so that so-and-so culprit had been identified in that movie, that clearly depicted, right? So that means if you're having this kind of single online platform, which is connecting all police stations in our country, is it helpful for investigation process? So investigation process can be done very fast without delays. Yes or no? And what are the some more advantages of this kind of platform? Do we have data at a single place? Yes or no? Like for example, if you want to get the data of robbery in our country, so if you're typing that, can you get that data? For example, if you want to get the data of like for example this kind of dacoitry, you will be getting data at a one place, yes or no? So in that way here, for data analysis and to know which kind of crimes which are happening in India, we will be having a single database so that we will be having very easy access to the data. So can we ensure accountability and transparency? Accountability and transparency can be ensured with this. And can we ensure good governance? Good governance can be ensured with this kind of online portals. Okay, now let us see what exactly this article is saying. So all 17,130 police stations in India, they are now linked through a centralized online platform. That platform is CCTNS. So you have to know full form of that CCTNS. Very good. Crime and Criminal Tracking Network System. Crime and Criminal Network Tracking System. So whenever you are writing any e-governance related answer, try to add this CCTNS as well, which is an online platform which is connecting more than 17,000 police stations in our country. Okay. So here there is a high chance of getting question regarding this CCTNS in your prelims, and you have to be very careful, guys. So actually here this had been launched in the year 2009 itself, but entire integration of this police station had been done in this year. That means you can understand like how slow and lag process which is happening in our country. And next here is this CCTNS, which also allows now law enforcement to assess crime data which had been updated so that it will be aligned with our new criminal laws which had been introduced in month of July. So what will be the advantage? Can we increase police efficiency? Yes, right. So we can increase police efficiency and even we can integrate other criminal justice components as well. Okay, so what will be the advantage? First one is it will be helpful for improving of our criminal tracking. So if he is doing crime in one state and if he is going to another state also, we can track him and we can catch him very fast. And next one here is we can understand the crime trends. So which kind of crimes are increasing day by day? For example, because of this recent advancement in science and technology, there is increasing of cyber crimes. If you're having this kind of online portal, so we can have a track of what are the trends of these crimes that are changing in our country, especially crimes against children or like cyber crimes or anything. And this one is we will be having the clear-cut statistics so that it will be helpful for policy making. So we can come up with the new sections in this criminal laws to address the new trends of crimes. And next one here is we can increase efficiency if you are having this online portals. So it will be compulsory for the police to have 100% FIRs, right? So for that also there will be increasing of policing and as well as reporting, so that now police are accountable. If they are not entering the data in that, it is their mistake. Now they have to be accountable for what they did. And next one here is there will be increasing of trust on this law enforcement agencies. Yes or no? People will be having improved trust, and even we will be having a database so that we can conduct thorough investigations basing a wealth of information on past crimes. So if you are having this data, if there is any person who had been accused, if we type his name, we can know that whatever the past crimes he did in every state, in any state, we will be having the data at one place. And next one is it will be enhancing overall public safety as well. Okay, so that is the thing, nothing more than that. And see this article, guys. Formulate policy to manage sacred groves. Supreme Court tells government. What is the keyword here? Environment. What is the keyword? Sacred groves. Sacred groves. Have you watched this movie Kantara? So what is that movie is about? Theme of this movie? Saving of sacred groves. Yes. So what is a sacred grove? What is the meaning of this sacred grove? It is a forest area. It is a forest area which will be secured by local community, and this area will be having some religious significance. So local community will be taking care of that forest area which is having certain religious significance, and this area is called as sacred groves. So can you tell me some names of sacred groves in India? Do you have any idea about this? Sacred groves in India. Any idea? No? Huh? Name? Okay, Niyamgiri Hills nearby. So what is the name of that sacred grove? Name? Okay, Northeast tribes, yes. I want the name of that sacred grove because there is a chance of getting question on this. Okay, here you have to see about what is a sacred grove. I already said about the meaning. It is a forest area which is conserved by these local communities, and they are having certain religious significance. And you have to see different types of this sacred groves in India, and you have to see what is significance. So tell me what is significance of the sacred groves. And you have to see, do we have any law to protect this sacred grove so far? Yes, what is that law is about? Fundamental right? Come on, tell me what is, at least tell me what is significance. Why people need to be focusing on these areas? Okay, so we can protect our culture and heritage. Next, for protection of culture and heritage. Next point, importance of sacred groves. Come on, think. Okay, so providing information to next generation. Okay, next. Indirectly, are we saving this forest area? Okay, it is a part of conservation of forest. Next. Come on, think. Conservation of forest. Next. Okay. Okay, let us see here. So sacred groves are nothing but, as I said, it is a forest area which is protected by certain communities which are local people, which is having some religious significance. And these sacred groves, they are scattered all over India. They are not concentrated in certain parts. They are scattered in the different parts of our country, and they are found primarily within the forest areas such as Western Ghats, Himalayas, northeastern and central hill tracts. So these sacred groves are present in Western Ghats, Himalayas, northeastern and as well as central hill tracts. And especially many people who are living there, so they will be having religious significance towards certain trees, towards certain medicinal plants or animals or birds or lizards or snakes or frogs, anything which is present in that region. And the different names of sacred groves in India are, first one is Sarna in Bihar, next one is Dev1 in Himachal Pradesh, Devarakadu in Karnataka region, Kau in Kerala, Dev in Madhya Pradesh, Devarharti or Devara in Maharashtra, Lai Umang in Manipur, Lai Katang in Meghalaya, Oran in Rajasthan, Kovil Kodu in Tamil Nadu. So you have to remember that names. And there's a high chance of getting that question. And don't blame me if you're not answering that after your prelims. Okay. So what is significance of the sacred rules? The first one here is we are protecting the nature. For example, it is part of forest conservation, soil conservation, preventing of soil erosion. It will also promote soil fertility. And this one here is it will also mitigate natural disasters. If we are protecting the forest or environment, obviously we are protecting ourselves from the disasters. And next one here is we are focusing on biodiversity conservation in that region, and as well as we are also having certain religious significance so that we are protecting our culture and we are giving that culture to the next generation as well. Clear? Say this article. Section 6A of Citizenship Act, why it fails Assam. So actually this article is talking about Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019. Okay, so let us see. Citizenship CAA 2019. So from which subject you will be saying this, guys? Citizenship is part of your polity or not? So which articles in your constitution talks about this citizenship? 5 to not 10, 5 to 11. Okay, 5 to 11 articles. 5 to 11 talks about citizenship. So is it part of your polity, direct syllabus? Okay, now tell me in how many ways you can acquire citizenship of India? By birth, by descent, by naturalization. Next. By registration. Next. Okay, Citizenship Amendment Act is saying that Government of India will provide citizenship for migrants who came from 3 countries, Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan, that too for 6 communities. So those 6 communities are Hindus, Buddhist, Parsis, Sikhs, Jains, Christians. Okay. So here there is no citizenship concept for Islam. Why? Why there is no citizenship concept for this Muslims or Islam? Because these 3 countries are Muslim majority countries. So because of that, we are not going to provide citizenship for this Islam or Muslims. Okay, now tell me, so thus giving or providing of citizenship for this migrants from these countries, which comes under which type of getting the citizenship? Through birth? No. Through descent? No. Through registration or through naturalization? Registration? Tell me, registration or naturalization? So what is the criteria? 31st December 2014. So people who entered into India before this date, that is 31st December 2014, they are going to get citizenship. But if they are coming after this date, from January 1st, 2015, they are not eligible. Now tell me, it comes in registration or naturalization? Again, one more question, one more dilemma. Tell me. See this and get the clarity. Okay. So actually, do you know what is the 6th section A? Section 6A of Citizenship Amendment Act. So why it is failing in Assam? What is happening in Assam? UCC. Uniform Civil Code. What is the relationship with this UCC and this Section 6A? Do you know about this Assam Accord? So what is Assam Accord is about? Okay. So is there any clash between this Section 6A and Assam Accord? Yes or no? Is there any clash? So what is the problem in these northeastern states? Illegal migration, So there is a huge amount of illegal migration in this northeastern state. So because of this, always there will be ethnic conflict in this region. For example, you can take issue of Manipur crisis now. Okay, now let us see this article. What is this section 6 and what is this Assam Accord? So why this Citizenship Amendment Act is failing in this Assam? So actually recently there was a case which filed on this section 6A of Citizenship Amendment Act, but finally Supreme Court gave a judgment that yes, we need this section 6A. So section 6A is right. It is not having any conflict with Assam Accord. So this is a judgment which is given by Supreme Court. So this section 6A says that section 6A of Citizenship Act of 1955, which confers citizenship for immigrants who entered Assam after January 1st, 1966, but before 1971, March 24. So within this period, whoever the people who are coming to this Assam, they are going to get citizenship under this section 6A of Citizenship Amendment Act of 1955. And this provision which was inserted into the act for giving provisions according to this Assam Accord. So to give more enforcement of this Assam Accord, so this has been added in our Citizenship Act of 1955 as section 6A. Okay. So under this section 6A, foreigners who entered Assam before this January 1st, 1966 has been ordinarily resident of the state and would have all the rights and obligations of Indian citizens. So this section 6A is talking that the people who entered into Assam from 1966 to 1971, they are going to get citizenship. So here, before the people who entered before this 1966, they are considered as normal Indian citizens and they have the full rights as Indian citizens have. But the people who entered Assam after this 1971, they will be not getting this provision of citizenship according to this section 6A of Citizenship Amendment Act. So now Supreme Court said that there are diverse ethnic groups within the state. It does not in itself constitute a violation of Article 29(1) of Indian Constitution, which talks about the protection of interest of minorities. So as you all know that, especially northeastern states, you are having different tribal groups, different ethnic communities. That means we are not violating this Article 29(1) of Indian Constitution, which talks about protection of interest of minorities. So section 6A is a statutory intervention. This is balancing humanitarian needs of migrants of Indian origin and the impact of such migration on economic and cultural needs of Indian states. So here this section 6A is correctly introduced in our Citizenship Act of 1955. It says that yes, we are maintaining the balance of humanitarian needs of people, because if the people who are entering after this 1971, if you are providing citizenship for them, then what happened? So it will be having some ethnic issues. Like we can't address each and every refugee needs, because even India didn't sign any refugee convention so far. So that is the thing which mainly said. So here section 6 is a statutory intervention and it is balancing humanitarian needs of migrants of Indian origin and impact of such migration on economic culture needs of Indian states. So this is the thing which mainly said. It said that yes, Assam Accord is right and even section 6A of the Citizenship Act of 1955 is right. Okay. And see this article, net direct tax collections rise 16.5%. So what is the keyword? Direct tax. So what is the tax? Why you have to pay the tax? What is a tax? So what is the meaning of tax? Compulsory levied by the government. Why government is levying? To run government. To run India. Next. Have you heard about this concept, redistribution of wealth? So what is this concept of redistribution of wealth? State is collecting from rich and they will be giving to poor. So this concept is called as redistribution of wealth. So how government or state can collect? So government or state is collecting taxes from the people who are earning more or who are rich and they are diverting into poor. So in which way they are diverting? Social sector schemes. So can you tell me some examples of the social sector schemes. Okay, PDS, public enrichment system. Next, pensions, health benefits. For example, any scheme regarding health. PM Ayushman Yojana. Next, Suraksha Bhima Yojana. Vaya Vandana Yojana. Next. Okay, so what about education? So government is providing any education related scheme so that it will be providing PM Vidya Lakshmi. Next recent scheme. Midday meals program. Next. What about women and children development? Any schemes regarding women and children? PM Poshan. Anganwadis. Next. Okay, like that government is providing different social sector schemes so that it will be addressing each and every sector of our society. Okay, so in taxes, how many types we have? Direct tax. Next one is indirect tax. So examples of direct tax: corporate tax, income tax, wealth tax, gift tax. Next, any other examples? Okay, so indirect tax examples, apart from that, GST. So which is dangerous, direct or indirect? Indirect tax is dangerous because irrespective of their income, everyone should pay that tax. And this is regressive tax. Okay, so this article is saying that there is increasing of direct tax collections by 16%. So in all these tax, so which tax is contributing more for the government revenue? Corporate tax. You have to remember that corporate tax is contributing more for the government. And this article is saying that 16.5% of rise in this direct tax collections. So can you tell me or can you guess what are the reasons? What are the reasons for this increasing of direct tax collections now? Lok Sabha is happening, so what? So actually in this, as I said here, in direct tax, corporate tax is contributing more. But if you go to this PMI or any survey that is saying that very low performance of our industries is happening, but how they will be contributing more? Are you getting my question? So can you tell me some substantiation for my question? So what is happening now? So what led to increasing of direct tax collections? MSMEs. Okay, next. Okay, next. Come on, think. What about personal income? So actually this article is saying that this direct tax is increased not because of corporate tax, it is because of non-corporate tax. It is clearly given in this first paragraph. It said that, so this increasing of direct tax is because of non-corporate taxes. So here you have to see examples of non-corporate taxes which led to the increasing of this direct tax collections now. So do this work. So you have to write examples of this non-corporate taxes that led to increasing of direct tax collections now. Okay, clear? So these are the important topics which appear in our today's Hindu newspaper. And one more thing is, from today onwards, we are going to have 3 days free demo class of anthropology from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. And it is on both online and offline. So for online, we are going to provide this live on our Rathods IS app. Please download the app. And one more thing is, if you want to have this offline demo, so you can visit our academy, which is exactly above Vikas Book Center, opposite Sub Registrar Office, Ashok Nagar. So don't forget. So thank you so much guys for watching, and if you really like this class, please hit the like button and please to share this class to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Rathods IS Academy.